I, 26 male, was in a relationship with my girlfriend, 26 female, for 6 years. I was engaged to her, and her marriage was scheduled in a few months' time. My girlfriend had a daughter at a really young age. Her ex left the state immediately after he heard she got pregnant when I started dating my girlfriend. Her daughter was 2. Over the past 6 years, I have pretty much considered her my own daughter and treated her as such. I had plans to legally become her stepfather after marriage. I loved my daughter so much. However, a couple of months ago, my girlfriend confessed she had been having an affair. After I saw her text from her co-worker, the texts were so outrageous that she couldn't lie about the affair. She said she had been having an affair for a few months. I obviously cancelled the engagement and the wedding and moved out a week later. My girlfriend's daughter was a bit confused, and it hurt me. But I really did not want to be around my girlfriend anymore. I have now completely cut off contact with both my girlfriend and her daughter. My girlfriend does still text me frequently and is asking me to reconsider at least maintaining a relationship with her daughter temporarily, because her daughter has constantly been asking, "Where's Dad?" and even crying a lot. This does hurt me a lot, and I really wanted to maintain a relationship with my girlfriend's daughter. But the issue is that if I do go over to their house, I will have to see my girlfriend's face, and I just can't stand to see her face anymore. I'm trying to leave it all behind and already started going on new dates. Am I the a-hole? The community has a couple of thoughts. First up, say goodbye to the little girl. Tell her the truth, or that you both don't love each other anymore and that you still love her, but have to leave somebody else. Says not the a-hole, write a lovely letter saying it's not anything she's done. It's just her mother and you are no longer friends, and give your ex's daughter a keepsake. Her small stuffed toy, perhaps say you have an identical one, and when you see it, it reminds you of her and all the good times together. Firstly, let me commend you on your Herculean efforts to be a stand-up guy in a situation where most people will be booking a one-way ticket to Nopeville. Years of playing daddy cool to your girlfriend's daughter, only to have the whole charade blow up in your face like a microwave burrito left in too long. Ouch. Now on to the matter at hand. Are you the a-hole in the grand scheme of things? Probably not. You're not an a-hole for wanting to wash your hands clean of your ex's mess, but leaving her daughter in the lurch without so much as a proper goodbye, that's a little cold, even for someone who's been burned worse than a slice of toast, left in the toaster for an hour. Update, the guilt of not giving. My ex-daughter-in-law was doing a bunch of stuff after a few hours as her mum was on her way to pick her up. I told her that this would be the last time she would ever see me, and it was not her fault at all. She broke down in tears and kept asking why and begged me to never leave. I lied and told her I had to move to a different country and would never come back. I told her if she wanted to make me happy, she had to be good to her mum. I gave her a stuffed dog toy and also a letter. She was really emotional and cried a lot at the end, especially when her mum came to finally pick her up. I said my goodbyes and told I would always remember her. And that is probably my final update today. Was really heart-wrenching, especially seeing my ex's daughter cry like that. But I hope this gives her the closure she needs and that she understands. It is not her fault. As for me, I will carry on with my life as usual, although right now I'm feeling extremely hurt and devastated. I have a nice job offer in another state which I will probably accept. A change in scenery will also probably be good for me and my mental health. And now for some community comments. First off, my heart is broken for her. I was 36. I lost my papa and I'm 40 now and still lost without him. I'm not a praying type person, but I will do that for her. This is a heartache that won't ever go away. Someone else chimed in. My stepdad is still my dad. He was the only one I had from 2nd grade until 10th, when my mom cheated and left a year before she died. My mum passed away 20 years ago, and my bio-D dad, whom I was no contact with, killed himself 17 years ago. My children call my dad Grandpa Op. It's clear that making the decision to say goodbye was incredibly tough for you, but in doing so, you showed a profound understanding of the importance of looking after yourself, especially when faced with emotional turmoil. By offering closure to your ex's daughter, you displayed a remarkable level of compassion and empathy. Despite your own pain, you chose to prioritize her well-being, recognizing the significance of providing comfort and understanding during a difficult time. While your departure undoubtedly brought temporary sadness, it's important to remember that your intentions were pure. Your sincere desire to offer closure speaks volumes about the kind of person you are, someone who values kindness and consideration. Even in the midst of personal challenges, what do you think? What would you have done up next? Oppu traded in her ex for someone who treats her like a queen. Eat your heart out. Karma, I think the karma bus has arrived and is very different than I expected. For 4 years ago, I was blindsided by my husband. I thought I was in this very rare, perfect marriage that was built to last. He was my best friend, favorite person, and he still turned me on easily. Even after 13 years, he came out of nowhere saying he had been unhappy for years. He loved me, but he was not in love with me. The co-worker turned friend that had been plaguing my marriage, of course, had nothing to do with it. That was just coincidence. So he left me and moved his co-worker friend in almost immediately. But that was all a coincidence because they fell in love while she helped him through his terrible divorce. Sure, I have been through hell and back losing the in-laws who were like my own family, seeing friends picking his side because he was not a depressed mess and fun to hang out with, feeling so unwanted, alone and lost, making new friends, focusing on my job and health, taking trips with the light of my life, my dogo, going into therapy, reading books, trying to let go, dating again, getting my heart broken, seeing how wounded I was, and how I was repeating some dynamics with other men, finally settling for someone who loved me more than I would ever love him. So I did not have to be scared to be abandoned, but miserable, a grey fine life with a man who would never leave me, but also never treat me right. I did not come that far to only get that far, so I started over, somewhat done with dating, organising myself to have a single existence. I was doing pretty awesome. But then I lost my best boy, making me lose my rock, my confidence, my home. But I had to go on make him proud. And then there was this man who, just like me, was a chump. And after that wasted time on a fine relationship and now ready to be alone, he was on dating apps for the same reason I was. Who knows? Could I have a good night? Good combo for those who like the invisible string theory. This will make your day. We live and work outside each other's range, but I char my car just inside his range every Friday. While I waited, I swiped. I did not swipe him, nor would I have ever. He had looking for casual relationships because he did not want to go too fast, but he wanted something serious. But one night, my friend swiped for me and she swiped him by accident. She did not tell me. We went on a date and headed off right away. He is everything I ever wanted. And more, he makes me happy and giddy, and he scares the crap out of me, because caring means being able to be hurt. If he leaves me, while I am very scared to take this leap of faith, I just know I have to. We are planning trips, meeting each other's friends and family, and rocking each other's world. My ex is still with his mistress. Their relationship is nowhere near what me and my ex had. He treats her like a lesser person. He never did that to me. I would not take that. People gossip behind his back how he could lose someone like me for someone like her. His friends and family still tell me they miss me, still tell me they don't get it. But here I am having the best sex of my life, the most intense conversations, being spoiled and treated like a queen by a man I spoil and treat like a king, someone who embraced my chaos and weirdness as he finally has someone who embraces his, someone who matches my energy, who wants what I want. People keep saying that the best revenge is a life well lived, and it really is. It will take all your strength and you need to do all the work. Forgive yourself, the mistakes you made, be fearless and do the hard things. Don't settle and keep loving yourself as hard as you can. I just wish my good boy was here to see it. He saw me through the worst of the times. And I just wish I could show him this new chapter and let him be part of it. He did meet him as our third date. We went for a walk with my doggo in a forest. He died the very next day. I like to think he was ready because he knew I would be in good hands. But I know he is proud of me taking a leap into the deep, knowing that whatever happens, I will survive and thrive because it is me. I love you, doggo. Hey, you didn't let that betrayal drag you down. Instead, you dusted yourself off, slapped on some lipstick, and shredded back into the dating scene like a boss. And wouldn't you know it, you stumbled upon someone who treats you like the royalty you are, while your ex is busy treating his mistress like yesterday's leftovers. You're out there having the best horizontal hula of your life and planning epic adventures with your new beau. Here's to you living your best life and showing the world that nothing can keep you fabulous, person. Like you down, keep shining bright up. Lastly, sometimes the truth comes knocking. Even if it's not in a cute little package. I told his wife, was this a bad decision? I had a short fling with a guy online, mid-30s. He told me he was single and had been for years. According to him, he was looking for a girlfriend, and he intended to meet up with me for several dates to see if we click. Love bombed me, sexted me like crazy. For 2 days, sent me nudes and videos, called me beautiful, wonderful, amazing, and all the other pretty words that love bombers use after staying up all night. Texting me, he ghosted me and blocked me everywhere this morning. I was a bit hurt, but I was mostly confused. I mean, this man seemed incredibly interested in me. Explicitly. So everyone whom I told about this said almost sounds like his girlfriend saw your messages, and he panicked. So I googled his Discord username. Idiot was dumb enough to have an Instagram page under the same username with his full government name. Right on display, googled his name, saw that his name is listed on baby list. Jesus effing Christ, my heart dropped. Is this mother ever partnered with a baby? Looked him up on Facebook, yep. His child is newborn. I saw the pretty picture of him posing with his beautiful partner and child right there on Facebook, as if he isn't an effing SLE bag. One of the comments is, what a happy little family. I just messaged his wife partner on her Facebook account. I didn't send her proof yet. I'm waiting for her to reply. First update. I don't actually know if they're married. They don't have the same last name in my adrenaline rush. I assumed they were married, but I have no proof for this. Regardless, in their pictures, they very much look like a couple that lives together and has a baby with his last name. I rushed to tell her at absolute lightning speed. My ex did the exact same crap, constantly sexting women online behind my back because it doesn't count, but it does absolutely count. And I would have wanted to know the truth, but my mum says I should have kept it to myself, at least for now, because she has an infant and doesn't need this added stress. She says that telling her will do nothing but destroy her life. What do you think? Should I have told her? Ask an opinion. You'll get some responses first. One, you did the right thing. Informed consent requires information. He kept the truth from her, and you gave her the information she needed to decide if this is the relationship she wants to be in. Someone else chimes in, your mum is wrong, and you do the exact right thing. His spouse deserves to know that she has agency to decide for herself how she wishes to handle this. If you were in her shoes, wouldn't you want to be told, if your spouse was cheating, you did the right thing? By reaching out to his partner, you've given her the information she needs to make decisions about her own life. Your actions weren't about causing unnecessary stress or turmoil, they were about transparency and honesty. If you were in her shoes, wouldn't you want to know if your partner was cheating? It's a tough situation, but sometimes the right thing to do isn't the easiest. Your mum's concern for the partner's well-being is understandable, but ultimately, withholding this information could perpetuate a cycle of dishonesty and betrayal. It's better to confront the truth head-on, even if it's painful in the short term. You've shown courage and integrity in speaking up.